And ECOWAS President Omar Aliyu Toure urged member states to prioritize implementing free movement protocols at the closing ceremony of an ECOWAS-hosted visit for IGAD. The report.
The Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, said it plans to implement existing protocols and frameworks on free movement within the Horn of Africa that are currently not being used to their full potential. Earlier, KAFTAN TV reported that IGAD sent a delegation to ECOWAS to learn from their experiences with pastoral communities, which are similarly prevalent in both regions. Speaking at the closing ceremony of IGAD Learning Mission to ECOWAS Commission on the Implementation of Free Movement of Persons Regimes and Migration Governance, the President of ECOWAS Commission, Omar Aliyu Toure, called on countries to prioritize implementing existing free movement protocols. He advocated adoption of biometric ID cards to facilitate movement without passports.
Free movement should not be, nobody should be afraid of free movement. Let us have our protocols implemented. Africa, we have tons of protocols and other instruments that need to be implemented. We should stop developing new ones or revising those that we have not implemented and then come up with new ones. Let us implement and move on. I think the revisions can be done over time. It doesn't mean ECOWAS has gotten it right. No, we do have serious bottlenecks. We are encouraging all our member states to ensure that they adopt these biometric ID cards, because not all citizens have passports. But with the biometric ID card, you can move from Lagos all the way to Praia without a passport, really. And it makes life much easier for you. So these are some of the things we are trying to improve on, and we're happy that we've been able to share this experience with you, and we encourage you to really have the political will that you require to implement the free movement protocol.
The IGAD Permanent Representative to the African Union Commission, Maureen Achieng, noted that the delegation learned valuable lessons about both successful policies and past mistakes from ECOWAS. She hopes to enable free movement of people and goods within the region, noting that ECOWAS has debunked fears about such policies through their own implementation.
The ECOWAS region has as many pastoral communities as does the IGAD region. So for us, when we started reflecting on where we should go to try and learn lessons, it was a no-brainer that ECOWAS was the destination. And from this 1 week, I assure you, we are not disappointed at all. We have learnt a lot. ECOWAS has hosted and shared their experience with a lot of generosity. So we take away rich lessons from the ECOWAS regions, the good ones, but also the mistakes that we should avoid. It's important to learn the good and the bad, and we've learned all of that. We're taking it back home. ECOWAS has challenged us not to just go back home and sit, but to implement what we have learned, because there's already a lot of policies, frameworks, protocols that are gathering dust. They ought to be implemented. ECOWAS has also debunked fears about free movement by showing us how well it has worked in ECOWAS. We're hoping to be able within short order to implement that in the Horn of Africa.
The EU Programme Officer Migration, Eleni Zerzelidu, urged both RECs to build upon the existing foundation of shared best practices.
I have served this region for 8 years, so I have served both regions, and I have witnessed the impact of how RECs implement our actions. So I would like to think that this visit manifests a partnership and not just a financial support from the part of the EU. So the South-to-South cooperation is an example of our partnership as well, and I would like to wish you good luck in exchanging even more in the future.
The IGAD protocols align with international, continental, and regional frameworks supporting the implementation of the AU Protocol on Free Movement of Persons.